hello there.
What's up?
Not much. How we doing?
How's it for the passenger side?
Not as much fun. Definitely not as much fun. So the point of this session is don't kill us, right? Keep us both alive. Keep us both alive. That makes more sense. So kind of like we talked about when we finished that last session, let's go out there, we'll take it easy, get some temperature back in the car, and then just slowly start picking it out. Making sure we're not overdriving these corners. Again, you know, if you give up a little bit on the entrance of the corner, it's really going to help you set up for a better exit. Any questions?
Doing good.
Good.
Just trying to mentally remember what mistakes I made, so I kind of
No problem.
Help me make it all out good. You got kids, wife? What do you got?
No, none of the above.
Neither of them. How old are you?
37.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah. You know, I thought about it, and it's like I'm enjoying life too much, so maybe I'm a little selfish. Hang tight for a second. Give them a little bit of space. Like I said, we'll go out, we'll do one good warm-up before we really start picking up the pace. So don't do what he did. We don't want to cross those checkered lines, that dotted line.
Until.
Exactly. We want to blend in after that's already gone. So go ahead and start rolling. Always look in the mirrors, make sure there's no one coming, but we should be good. Up to 4th gear. Yeah, so if this were a hot track, cars would go on the outside, and we'd stay on the inside, and then we'd kind of blend in right here. Perfect line right there. It's exactly where we want you to be. Yeah, and use up a lot more of that track too.
So come around? Okay.
Yeah, so what I do is I aim for the big house on the hill, or that little cone if you can see it.
Okay.
I let it really draw me out to the outside. Because again, we've got a lot of room to come back over.
Get on the checkered here or not right there? Stay off of it or stay on it? Doesn't matter.
Either way, I tend to stay off of it just because
Car 02, can we get by in the back?
as the speed picks up, you don't want it to upset it too much.
We're starting to pick it up now?
Yeah. One downshift. There you go.
Run all over it. Can we back off a little bit?
Yeah, let's back off a little. So I think we're just in traffic all the way around. So what we'll do is we'll give them a little bit of a head start, we'll catch them, and we'll get a pass on the front straightaway. Yeah, so like coming through that 8, 9, 10, you know, remember get all the way back over to the right. To set up for that section, it'll be a little bit easier for you.
Am I forward enough here?
Copy.
Yep. We just didn't get to the apex. We need to tighten up just a little bit more.
Gotcha.
And ease off the throttle just a hair will help that car turn for you. So come out a little bit wider on this one. Now ease off the throttle. See how it really helps that car rotate? And then back to power. More brake. So see a little bit fast on that one, so we really couldn't get it to the apex. So a little bit more brake going in, and just make sure we get that car on the apex every time. So all the way out this time. So what we're doing is we're straightening that wheel off a little bit sooner, which allows us to be more aggressive with the throttle.
Gotcha.
So we can get back up to speed a little bit quicker. So we're going to have to see what happens here. turn as much for that little kink.
brake
a little bit sooner and then just be a little bit lighter on the brake if you have to.
I see.
So again, make sure we get all the way to the right. And use up a lot more of that curbing there too. And we'll back her off a little bit again. We'll get in front of them, we'll get some clean laps here real quick for you.
That's where I messed up. I'm watching him, and I should be watching him. I should be watching.
Definitely don't watch him, because remember, if it's not an instructor in front of you, you can't rely on him to do everything right. So roll the tire knees off just a little.
Now back in it.
Now roll into it. A little bit early on your turn in. Be a little more patient. That's why it felt like that car wanted to push, you know, off the outside of the track.
This is my favorite part right here.
It's so much fun. Wide brake, turn in. So again, go wide, stay wide. Keep staying, keep staying, keep staying, keep staying, keep staying. Now start adding a little bit. 03 and 09, 03 and 09. Can we get a pass on the back straight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right past me. Stay a little wider. Now start tightening up, add brake, downshift, but still even come farther out to the outside and use up all the curbing here. More curbing, more curbing. Easy on that throttle. So you see you're quick to the throttle and the car's starting to push. Ease off the throttle just a little. Back into it.
Now let it pull me to the outside.
Let it pull you to the outside a little more. Ease off the throttle, tighten up just a hair. Roll into the throttle here. But still use up all that track. Brake, more brake, more brake. So again, when our speed's picking up, we're not braking enough.
That's my fault.
So like I said, we're carrying too much speed, we're turning in too soon. So we have to add too much steering, and that's what caused that to happen. We got a lot of room behind us, so don't try and push it. We're gonna stay out in front of it no matter what. Let's just drive smart. Back in the throttle. So remember, come out, stay wider this time. We can even still go a little bit wider longer.
Better that way?
Yeah, I think you braked a little bit too much, and we didn't do our downshift. So we'll have to do 2 shifts here. All the way over. That's all right. We'll get you there, and quicker hands this time. Keep balancing, and just consistent all the way through. Look for that apex. Start tightening up a little bit more. So now throttle straight. Balance with the brake. Back to throttle, very light. Just consistent maintenance throttle. off the throttle, tighten up to your apex, and squeeze throttle here. You still want to be a little bit tighter of that apex. So this time we're going to brake a little bit more, a little bit harder. More brake, more brake, more brake. Now start easing off the brake as we turn in. Still wanting to cheat to turn in a little bit early. Light brake. That's okay.
That one got me again, didn't it?
All the way out, all the way out. Downshift twice.
Just hit right to the left.
That's all right. Sometimes the way you hold your fingers, it'll get that shift, whether you want it to or not. All the way to the left, downshift, really wait for it. Now, sir, there you go. So what that's going to do is going to give us a better run. Start squeezing throttle now, because we can unwind sooner.
I'm picking up too soon
Down
there,
one.
aren't I?
You do what?
Am I hitting the brakes too soon there?
I do it right when you get to the 3 sign. That's
Okay.
where I usually do it. So all the way back to the right, 2 downshifts. Easy on that throttle. Remember, we got to be patient. Make sure we're unwinding before we squeeze on the throttle. Better. Right brake. And balance it. Keep balancing. Keep balancing. Little bit of throttle, but stay right where we are. Perfect. Ease off the throttle just a little. Add a little more steering. Throttle. Straight line. Come out a little bit wider. Ease off. Tighten up. Start adding throttle now. Use up all the track coming out. Start braking here. More brake, a little bit more brake, a little bit more brake. Now start turning. Tight, 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 tight. And unwind out the throttle. So I think on that one, our speeds right now, we just need to add a little bit more steering.
What's causing that right there?
Because we're adding a little bit too much brake with too much steering input.
I got you.
So we're loading up the front end and it's just lightening up that rear. Start tightening up. Brake downshift, quick left. Be patient with your throttle, quick hands right, a little tighter. And that's right. That extra shift messed us up a little. We're good.
Gonna go another one?
Yeah. Ease off the throttle just a little. It's gonna tighten up, add throttle. Go a little bit lighter on the brake there.
Alright.
Just want to set that front end, tighten up, start adding throttle here, unwinding out. And good braking. More brake, more brake. Ease off, tighter, and throttle. So you see if we get turn 2 right, we're carrying a lot more speed into turn 3, so we need to compensate with more brake. And same thing, start getting to the brake a little bit sooner on that one, just to scrub a little bit of speed before we add that steering. Copy. Go ahead and slide over to the right. We'll let this car go by. gonna start to cool down on the front anyways. So jump back on it. Downshift. And just balance in.
It's a fine line there, isn't it?
What's that?
It's a fine line on balancing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Especially when you've got these big carbon ceramics on it. So we'll slow her down here. We're gonna start our cool down.
That's this.
Yeah. All right, so how'd that session feel?
Pretty good. I made a couple of mistakes, but I mean...
Yeah, so and it does, and I think it was pretty good. I think it was a lot better than the last session we went out where you were in front of me. I think you're driving a lot more controlled. You're not pushing as hard.
I'm in turn 2 on cool down.
I'm also in turn 2 on cool down. Yeah, so
let it carry here.
Yep, so still even come out a little bit wider. Because what'll happen is if you ease off the throttle and tighten up, if you have the car straight, you could actually get to the throttle like here and let it work its way out to the outside.
Then that would carry me back over here.
But again, if you do that corner really well, we're carrying a lot more speed here. So making sure we're heavier on the brakes initially, like we talked about, and then start easing off as we turn in. But make here. So if you're struggling with that one, don't be afraid to even turn in a little bit later, and that might help position you a little bit better. So start adding brake here.
Gotcha.
And what that'll do is that'll slow it down. Because what happens is we're about here, and then you add the brake, and that's what overloads the front end. Yeah, so just getting a little bit earlier onto the brake, even a little bit lighter will be okay, because you are early. I think really those are the only two places you're having that much trouble. We'll work on this turn 5, setting up for the kink at turn 6. I want you to stay out wider a little bit longer.
Okay. So when I come over here,
so yeah, you're doing everything right.
Shift, and I want to come across here.
And right out to the outside. So I want you to go to the outside line and hold the outside line. And we're going to hold the outside line, hold the outside line, hold the outside line till about here.
Okay.
So you see, we don't have to add as much steering, and it still puts us where we want it to be. Yep, so then the light drag of the brake here to set up, so you can carry a lot of speed through this section as well, and it puts us right where we want to be for turn 7.
And then coming out of here, as tight as I can get right in here.
Yep, and then unwind out as quick as you can so we can get back to throttle. Yeah, so really, the end of that first driveway on the left, stay all the way out.
Okay, I'm with you now.
And you'll find it's going to be a lot smoother, and you can carry a lot more speed because of it. Just because we don't have to add as much steering at that point. Yeah, I think other than that, everything looks good. Just, yeah, keep it up. And then on this way here, still go wide. Pretend like we're on the right line. So stay in here.
Keep it out wide.
Keep it out wide. So then from here, we're going to tighten up. So when you get to the apex, I want you to be literally right here.
Okay.
So boom, you're there, quick hands. Because what will happen is if you get that right, you come out of 9, you're right on the left for 10.
I love this part right through here. It's a great part of the track.
And use up a lot more of the curbing on this turn 10.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to literally straddle it. So put the curbing right here on the car.
Is that our last session on the track?
No.
Okay.
No, we still got another one.
Okay.
So we'll stop your recording here.